Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here today, even in the virtual world. And I'd like to start by just introducing who BYK is, what we do and why we're here. So BYK is a billion-dollar global manufacturer of specialty chemicals and instruments which measure color appearance and are used in a lot of labs. We have 15 sites globally, 5 of which are in the USA, and 1 of which is in Wallingford, Connecticut. Our plant in Wallingford, Connecticut is now actually the 2nd largest site in terms of revenue generation globally, and that is after only having been completed in 2014. So initially our thought was that we would just supply the domestic market out of the Wallingford plant. However, thanks to an outstanding team, we've achieved some significant improvements in capability and productivity, which has allowed us to utilize the facility to meet the growing demands of our global customer base. And this year, Wallingford started to routinely export to several countries in Southeast Asia. From our other sites in the US, we actually managed to export to 77 different countries around the world. In addition to a very successful plant in Connecticut, we also recently reconfigured our US supply chain network, and after a lot of careful analysis, decided in the summer of 2018 to locate a 130,000 square foot warehouse hub in North Haven. And this hub really gave us the right balance of positioning from several facilities we have and our customers, plus good transport links, rail, road, port access. And actually our hub is not that far away from the new facility Amazon just built in North Haven. So clearly we aren't the only one that thinks that's a good spot for a warehouse. Although our instruments business is not located in Connecticut, last year we decided to establish a demonstration lab for the instruments here in Wallingford. It's in a very attractive location for customers to visit, and there is a great synergy between the instruments we produce and the scientists we have here located in Wallingford, because our scientists use the instruments and can demonstrate them to customers in action. So we're very pleased with how that turned out. So as I said, Wallingford is actually home to our largest R&D and technical service lab in the USA. So we have a lot of PhDs and chemists working here. And so that's where we appreciate the many good universities nearby that provide us with some of the talents in that area. Each of our sites in the US makes something slightly different, but they all produce a range of what we would call functional additives, which bring benefits in a wide range of different applications. And many of those applications, or the attributes of those applications, we all greatly appreciate, but we probably aren't really aware of how much science and engineering goes into making that and achieving the benefits and attributes of a lot of the things we use. So some of our key application areas are things like paint, inks, and plastics. So for instance, when you paint your wall at home, you get a nice even color. There's no streaks of pigment in it. There's very few bubbles. It doesn't drip everywhere. And that is largely thanks to our additives in that paint. Many of our products are used in the coatings that are applied in the OEM sector, machinery, cars, trains, boats, planes, even to the blades on wind turbines. So here our additives have a range of functions that help to make the coating, it could be more durable, easier to clean, easier to apply, or even make it easier for the other manufacturer to produce what they're doing. We even make additives that mean you can take metal parts out of automotives and replace them by lightweight plastic parts, even in the engine. And of course, as soon as you make something lighter, you achieve greater fuel efficiency. So although I'm not a chemist or engineer by training, I'm actually a finance professional, because I'm also the CFO for BYK as a division. I've had the pleasure to work in the specialty chemical manufacturing sector for over 23 years now, and a result of that, I am a firm believer that manufacturing matters. It matters to our customers, and our customers are, at the end of the day, either directly or indirectly, all of us. And without the manufacturing industry, many of the things we take for granted every day just would not be available. It matters to our employees and the local communities, as the manufacturing industry brings many high quality, good paying jobs. It matters to the environment around us, as responsible manufacturers work to make what they do safer, cleaner, and greener. And although it's a far from level playing field in this respect on a global basis, I think we all begin to understand that it's something, wherever something is made, ultimately impacts all of us. And so having a responsible manufacturing industry in your own backyard is an extremely good thing. As most of us would readily admit, it's hard to do everything by yourself, and being part of a thriving manufacturing business can be extremely demanding. An ever-evolving regulatory environment, a war for talent, and of course, a very robust competitive landscape to navigate. So help is always appreciated, and for me, organizations like ManufactureCT can play a vital role in helping us do what matters in the best way possible. So when I was invited to join the start of the strategic rebranding journey back in May 2018, I was more than happy to be involved. This organization should matter to me, and I now believe it does. It gives us a forum and an opportunity to come together and share thoughts and ideas. It plays a key role in putting some of those good ideas into practice, like educational outreach, how to attract and retain millennials in the workplace. It provides a collective voice to advocate for the industry on key topics, something that would be a tremendous struggle if we all had to do this on an individual basis. So I would like to thank everyone involved in making ManufactureCT a dynamic and an important contributor to manufacturing in CT. Thank you very much.
Allison, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts as to why manufacturing matters in the state of Connecticut, why manufacturing matters for your organization, why manufacturing matters to all the citizens of the state of Connecticut. It's great to see the investment that BYK is making in Connecticut, and we thank you for your support of our organization and ManufactureCT.